If r is radius of the circle, d is the diameter, then d is equal to 2r. Theorem 1. The equation of a circle with the center O 0 0 and radius r is x square plus y square is equal to r square. So now we are going to find the equation of circle whose center is 0 0 and radius r as x square plus y square is equal to r square. So let us see the proof. Let p xy be any point on the circle if the distance between p and o is r. So o is the center of the circle, that we call it as the origin, and p is any point on the circle and the coordinates of p are xy. Therefore PO is equal to r. The distance between P and O is equal to r. So PO means the distance between 2 points 0 0 to xy is x square plus y square. Therefore x square plus y square is equal to r square. That is equation 1, which is the required equation of a circle. And then the equation 1 is called the standard form of the circle. The x square plus y square is equal to r square equation is called the standard form of the circle. Next, when we go to the second theorem, if the center of the circle is other than 0 0, suppose the equation of circle with the center at CHK and radius r is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Now let us see the proof. CP is equal to, so when you observe the figure, C center and the coordinates of center are HK, P is any point on the circle PXY, and CP is the radius of the circle, CP is equal to R. So implies the distance between the 2 points XY and HK, as we know that square root of x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to R. So when we square on both sides, x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. So this is the equation of circle when the center is other than 0 0. So let us see an example. Find the equation of a circle with the center 1 4 and radius 5. So here the center, that means HK is equal to 1 4 and radius r is equal to 5. Then from the above theorem, x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Instead of h we will write 1 and in the place of k we write 4. X minus 1 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square is equal to 5 square. So implies x square plus y square minus 2x minus 8y minus 8 is equal to 0. So that will be the equation of the circle. So when the center of the circle is 1 4 and radius 5, the equation of the circle becomes x square plus y square minus 2x minus 8y minus 8 is equal to 0. And now we will proceed to another proof, that is theorem number 3. The general equation of second degree, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So let us call it as equation 1. So this type of a general equation of second degree represents a circle if and only if a is equal to b and they are not equal to 0, h is equal to 0, and g square plus f square minus ac greater than or equal to 0. So let us see the proof. So as we came to know in the theorem number 2, let alpha beta be the center and r be the radius of the circle 1. Then from theorem 2, x minus alpha whole square plus y minus beta whole square is equal to r square is the equation of circle. And when we expand, a minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So x square plus y square minus 2 alpha x. And while expanding y minus beta whole square, we will get y square minus 2 beta y plus beta square. So writing x square plus y square minus 2 alpha x minus 2 beta y, and the remaining constants as x alpha square plus beta square minus r square is equal to 0. So that will be the equation of circle. So here both equations 1 and 2 represent the same circle, comparing coefficients of 1 and 2. So when you compare the coefficients, we find that the value of h is equal to 0, and if a is equal to 0 and b is equal to 0, then the equation 1 will not be a second degree, so the values of a and b will not be 0. Hence, comparing the coefficients a by 1 is equal to b by 1 is equal to 2z by minus 2 alpha, that is equal to 2f by minus 2 beta is equal to c by alpha square plus beta square minus r squared. So we will call it as the equation 3. So from 3, comparing the first and the last ratios, a by 1 is equal to c by alpha square plus beta square minus r square. Therefore, alpha square plus beta square minus r square becomes c by a. So that is the equation 4. Here, when we compare the first and third one, that is a by 1 is equal to 2z by minus 2 alpha, we will get alpha as minus g by a, and comparing 1 and 4, 2 alpha by minus 2 beta is equal to a, therefore beta is equal to minus f by a. So alpha is equal to minus g by a and beta is equal to minus f by a. Substituting these values in 4, we will get g square by a square plus f square by a square minus r square is equal to c by a. And by take we will send that minus r square to right side, and we get c by a to left side. So we will get the LCM as a square. So this equation becomes g square plus f square minus ac by a square is equal to r square. Since r square is a square of r, the value will be always greater than 0. Therefore, g square plus f square minus ac by a square is equal to r square, that is greater than or equal to 0. So implies g square plus f square minus ac greater than or equal to 0. So we fulfilled all the conditions. A is equal to b and not equal to 0, h is equal to 0, and g square plus f square minus ac is greater than or equal to 0. So let us prove that the second degree equation given represents a circle. So now let us take the equation ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. We will see that whether it represents a circle or not. Here a is equal to b and h is equal to 0. So the equation 1 becomes, since a is equal to b, ax square plus ay square 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. And dividing the whole equation by a, we get x square plus y square plus 2g by ax, 2f by ay plus c by a is equal to 0. Therefore, x plus g by a whole square plus y by f by a whole square is equal to g squared by a square plus f squared by a square minus c by a. Here we will write the right side as g square, square root of g square plus f square minus ac by a square root of a square. So here when you see the left one, we are writing x square plus 2g by ax as x square plus 2g by ax, and we are adding g square and subtracting. Hence the equation becomes x plus g by a whole square minus g squared by a square. So likewise, second one also y plus f by a whole square minus f squared by a square, and sending g squared by a square, f squared by a square and c by a to right side, we get the equation as given here, x plus g by a whole square plus y by f by a whole square is equal to square root of g square plus f square minus ac by a square whole square. So this becomes seems to be the equation of circle like x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. So here h is minus g by a and k is minus f by a. So the center becomes minus g by a minus f by a, and the right side square root of g square plus f square minus ac by a square whole square represents r. Hence the radius is square root of g square plus f square minus ac by a. Now see an example on this theorem. Find the center and radius of the circle x square plus y square plus 2x minus 4y minus 4 is equal to 0. Here 2z is equal to 2. When you compare the general equation of the second degree, 2z is equal to 2x. So 2gx is equal to 2x. So 2g is equal to g is equal to 1. Similarly, 2fx is equal to minus 4y. That is 2f is equal to minus 4, f is equal to minus 2, and c is equal to minus 4. So the center of the circle we get minus g minus f that becomes the center of the circle. So radius is square root of g square plus f square minus c. So center is minus g minus f. G value is 1, f value is equal to minus 2. So the center becomes minus 1, 2. And the radius is square root of g squared plus f squared minus c. That is square root of 1 plus 4 minus of minus 4. That becomes 9. So and square root of 9 is equal to 3. So like that, now so far we find the equations of the 3 theorems regarding the equation of the circle with examples.